Hello friends. Today we are going to have lecture number 2 on surface area and volume for our friends of 9th standard CBSE, right? So in the previous session what we have seen is that we have seen surface area and volume of cube and cuboid. We also understood how do we derive it, okay? And in this session what we are going to see is that we will take up a few problems on practical problems on surface area and volumes for cubes and cuboids, and then we will move forward to surface area and volume of a cylinder, right friends? So for the simplicity I have taken down a question on the board, okay, which says that a cuboid container has the capacity to hold 50 boxes. There is a certain cuboid container which can hold 50 boxes inside it, right? Now if the side of the cuboid box is doubled, then how many such small boxes it can hold? This is the question, right? So when it is holding something, it is definitely true that we have to find out a volume, right friends? So let us say I'll draw the figure here, okay? So let's try to solve it. Solution. I will draw the figure here. Maybe we can draw it here only. Cuboid box, right? So this is the cuboid box. So this is L, this is L, this is B, this is H, right? So what will be the volume of this cuboid box, right? So volume will be L into B into H, right? Centimeter, so centimeter cube, okay? We will take all dimensions in centimeter. B centimeter and C centimeter, H centimeter, right? So this is the volume. Now it can hold 50 boxes as per the question given to us, right? Now what we are trying to do is that means in other words, can we say that this is equal to volume of 50 boxes? This is, let me write bigger. Volume of 50 boxes, small boxes I am talking about. You are getting my point? Right. So what is happening is that I am doubling all the sides here. Okay. So this becomes 2L and this becomes 2B and this becomes 2H. Do you all agree with me? Now what will be the new volume? We can say new volume. New volume will be 2L into 2B into 2H. Right friends? Which is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 is nothing but L into B into H. 8 LBH. Right? So if this volume can hold 50 boxes, 8 times of this volume can hold 8 times number of boxes, right? You are there with me? So that is equal to the volume of new boxes will hold 8 into volume of small boxes. Volume of small boxes, right? So which is equal to, we can say 400 boxes. 50 into 8, 400 boxes. Right? So this was the question given to us, right? That we need to find out if we double the side of the box, then how many boxes, small boxes it can hold, right? Okay. Right friends. So the next question is, if the perimeter of one face of a cube is 20 centimeter, right? Then we are expected to find the surface area, right? So let us first try to remember what is a cube. So cube is a solid figure which has got length is equal to breadth is equal to height, correct? Right? So what will be the one surface of a cube? One surface of a cube is always a square. Do you all agree with me? Right? So that square has got a perimeter of 20 centimeter. This is how basically you need to zero it down, right? So the square has a perimeter of 20 centimeters. Let's try to solve it. So what is the perimeter of a square, friends? That is equal to 4 into side is equal to 20 centimeter, right? So what is side now? Side is equal to 5 centimeter if I divide it by 4, right? So now what I have got is that I have got one side of the cube, right? So cube has got all three same sides. So knowing one side of the cube, we can definitely find the surface area. So total surface area of a cube is how much? We studied in the last lecture. Total surface area is nothing but 6L square or 6 into side square, right? So 6 into 5 square. Side is 5. So this is equal to 6 into 25 is equal to 150 centimeter square. So the surface area of the cube is 150 centimeter square. Okay. The thing here is that unless otherwise mentioned, surface area means total surface area. Okay. If it is particularly mentioned, please find lateral surface area. Then please go according to that. Otherwise, surface area is nothing but total surface area, right? Friends, this is a practical problem which I have taken here, which I have chosen here, which says that a river is 3 meter deep, okay, and 40 meter wide, right, is flowing at a rate of 2 kilometer per hour. The water is flowing at a rate of 2 kilometer per hour, okay. How much water will fall into the sea in a minute, right, friends? So let us first try to analyze. We will just see that this is the river. We will just say this is the river, right? So it is 3 meter deep and 40 meter wide. So this is the river. We will consider, for a simplicity, we will consider it as a rectangular river, although the river is something like this. But if it is like this, then we will not be able to calculate it. So it is a rectangular river, okay? So right. So we have got 3 and 40. Now we are expected to find this. This is what? How much is the? Sorry, not this. Okay. So 3 meter, 4 meter. Sorry, how much water? We are expected to find the volume, not that. Okay. So let's try to solve it now. Right, friends? So see, this is flowing at a rate of 2 kilometer per hour. In the sense, we will try to convert it into. And one more thing, this is given in the question. So this is given in meters. So I convert that meter 2 kilometer per hour into meter per minute. So 2 kilometer into 1000 is nothing but it has converted into meter. Now hour we will divide it by 60. So that will be 200 by 6 or equal to 100 by 3. 100 by 3 meter per minute. You got it? Now I have converted the units. Now what will happen is, let us say the river is flowing like this. Okay, that means the water which is at this point, okay, after a minute, okay, the water will be flowing like this. Okay, sorry, not like this. It will be flowing like this. It is flowing like this, right? So the water which is here, after 1 minute it will be here, right? So how we can understand is, we will find out the volume, right? So how much will be the volume? So how much water will fall, right? So volume for this will be equal to length into so that will be equal to width 40 meter into deep 3 meter into for 1 minute I am calculating, so 100 by 3, right, in a minute. Okay, so in 1 minute the volume of water which will actually flow in 1 minute. This will give me the volume of water which is flowing in 1 minute, right? So this is equal to 4000 meter cube, right friends? So in 1 minute the volume of water which will flow through the river is 4000 meter cube and it will go into the sea, right? So in 1 minute the volume of water flowing is this much. So now this is given that 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters, right? So we are expected to find that into liters. So 4000 meter cube will be nothing but 4000 into how many liters? 1000 liters. That is equal to 4 followed by 3 plus 3, 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros liters. Right? So this many liters. So in 1 minute, the volume of water which will flow through that river and get into the sea will be this many liters. Right? Okay. So. Okay friends, I have not taken down the question here because the next question which I am going to attempt here, okay, requires the knowledge of area and volume of a cylinder. Okay, so let's first try to understand that what will be the area and volume of a cylinder. Then we will take up the next question. Right. So let's draw a standard cylinder here. Okay. Right. So a cylinder has got curved surface, right? It's a circular surface that it has got, right friends? And if this is center, so this is your radius. Let me write it bigger here, radius, right? And this is called height. Height of a cylinder, right? So the area and the volume of a cylinder depends upon two factors here, right? One is radius and one is height, right? So let us first try to understand the volume. So friends, I'll give you a general concept for any regular shape, okay, which is actually not conical, right? So what we do is that the volume of that object is nothing but area of base into the height, right? Let it be a cube, let it be a cuboid, anything. Area of base into the height will give you the volume, right? So area of base here, how can we find out the area of base here? Base is actually circular. So area of circle we all know is equal to pi r square, right? So let us try to find volume. So volume will be how much, my friend? Let me write cylinder here. Right. So area of base is how much? Pi r square. Right? Into height is equal to h. So we can say pi r square h is the volume. Volume, hence it is volume, then it will be unit cube. You got the point? Right. So this will be the volume. Now coming on to surface area, right? So surface area. Surface area. Under the surface area also, as I told you, there are two kinds of surface areas. One is lateral and one is total surface area, right? So lateral surface area is nothing but the curved portion for a cylinder, right? Correct? You are getting my point? So that is basically on the perimeter of this circle, this height is raised, right? So lateral surface area, let me write lateral here first. Lateral surface area will be nothing but 2 pi r, this is the perimeter of the circle here, okay, into h is equal to 2 pi r h is the lateral surface area. You are getting my point? Okay. Now coming on to total surface area. Total surface area. Now friends, the total surface area is nothing but the lateral surface area or the curved portion of the cylinder plus the top and the bottom, right? So we all understand that the top and the bottom for this is surface area is nothing but pi r square. Do you all agree to it? Okay, so let's add it here. So 2 pi r h lateral surface area plus 2 pi r square. Now are you all there with me? Why did I get 2 pi r square? Because there is a bottom and there is a top. Okay, so now we can take 2 and pi common here, and we can take r also common here, right? So this leaves me with this leaves me with h plus r, right? So since this is surface area, so this will be unit square, and this also will be unit square. Now you are getting it? So we have found out that surface area, that is the total surface area, and we have found out the curved lateral surface area, or we have found out the total surface area. Lateral surface area for a cylinder is also known as curved surface area sometimes. Okay, so please don't get confused. Curved surface area and the lateral surface area is the same here, right? Okay, so these are the three things that we have seen now. Okay, so parallelly I'll just rub it off, and then basically we'll try to understand one more concept here. Okay, so the next concept is, let us say this cylinder is hollow. Hollow in the sense it can contain a liquid. Let us say it can contain a liquid, or it can contain anything. Okay, so what happens is, let us say I am drawing it right here. Okay, now so now I will do the naming in a different way. So here in the bottom, okay, and on the top you can see two concentric circles. So concentric circles are basically two circles having same center, or the same center is called concentric circles, right? So let us say the radius of one, this we will denote it by small r, okay, and this bigger radius, this side, the bigger radius we will denote it by capital R, right? Height remains same for both the cylinders. Okay, we'll consider two cylinders here, right? So now let us say we want to find out the volume of this cylinder, right? So volume will be how much? Volume will be equal to, see, this inner this thing. So this inner circle or the inner cylinder will be actually the volume of inner cylinder will be actually volume of this complete thing, because only in that portion it can hold, right? So inner circle volume will be how much? Inner cylinder volume will be pi r square into h, right friends? So pi small r square into h. So this is the volume of this hollow cylinder, right? Now coming on to, there are two concepts here. Coming on to surface area, there are two things. One is outer surface area, one is inner surface area. Now it depends which surface area you want to find out, right? So outer surface area, if you are trying to find it out, then it will be 2 pi r into h, but r will be capital. Outer surface area. Outer surface area. Right? Outer surface area will be 2 pi r into h. You are getting my point, right? 2 pi r capital R, since we are finding out outer surface area. Let's say inner surface area. Inner surface area will be again 2 pi but small r into h. Okay, because inner circle radius is small r, right? Now these are the two things we have found out, the volume. Okay, now let us say this is made up of certain material, okay, and you want to find out how much of material has been used in making this kind of hollow cylinder. So how do you find? The volume of the bigger cylinder minus the volume of the smaller cylinder, okay, will give you the volume of material used there, right? So material used is equal to volume of bigger cylinder first. So volume of bigger cylinder is nothing but pi r square h, right? Area of basin to height minus pi r square h. This is smaller cylinder. So we can write pi into h common, r square minus r square. You are getting my point? Since this is volume, we will consider it as unit cube. So this is the volume of the material used in making this kind of hollow cylinder with outer radius as capital R and inner radius as small r. You got my point? Now let us say you want to paint this. You want to paint this inside, okay? And if you want to paint this inside, then you must consider the inner surface area. I am not considering the lid and this thing. I am just saying it is a hollow cylinder. So inner surface area, if you are painting it, if you are painting it outside, outer surface area. If you are trying to find out the volume of the material used in making this is there, right friends? Okay. So now is there anything left here? Okay. One more thing left, let us say this. So friends, in let's say if you want to find out the total surface area of this, how are you going to find it out? Total surface area. So total surface area will be given by outer plus inner, right? Plus the ring what you have here. I hope you are getting me. There is a ring here. Okay. So we know outer surface area, we know inner surface area, and how much will be the area of the ring? Area of the ring, area of ring will be equal to, I'll write it here, will be equal to pi r square minus pi r square. Are you all there with me? Pi r square will give me the complete area here. Okay. If I subtract small r area, that is pi r square, that is this. Okay. I'll get the area of the ring, which is equal to pi into r square minus r square. You are getting it? So these are the different concepts which actually you will be using it. Which actually we will be using it further, right? So with all these concepts, I hope you will be able to move forward, or we will be able to solve any kind of problems on this. There is still one more concept left. Just hold on. Let us say this cylinder is closed at bottom. Okay, situations will arise that this cylinder is closed at bottom. Okay, it's open at top, right? So if it is closed at bottom, you have to basically manipulate all this, okay, for finding out the area to be painted. 3 and this is 4, right? So 1, 2, 3 and 4 you will have to basically manipulate, right? So with this I'll close the session here. It's already time, so we will see it in the next session. I think everything has come. Yeah. Okay. So friends, thank you so much for joining us. If you feel the concept which I have given you enhances your knowledge, please do share it with your friends. Till the time we meet next, thank you so much for attending. Be happy, be safe, keep learning with us. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.